Okay, so my reading for this week was really interesting because so we had to go over like fiction. We had to go over fiction, story, and character. The most interesting thing to me this week being what we had to read about character, and that's the most interesting thing because all the character is right is because characters are debatably the most important part of writing. Like I think I enjoyed the us a couple weeks ago having to read about voice. I think that was really cool. But I think for me the thing that I think most interesting is like character writing. I think I enjoy character writing just from a simple aspect of I'm a big fan of like movies. Not a big fan. I'm a big fan of film. Like watching movies and such. It's what I want to do one day in my life. It's part of the reason why like I'm almost never able to do stuff in class, just based on the fact that like I have a job and it's not blah blah blah. Blah. It has nothing to do with like the movies. But so read character and such. Um, but like so like because also like stuff comes up with like character development and such, and like character development also it's the like the background, the personality, the goals, the conflicts, how they change, all that jazz, yada yada yada. And then Bien Chicano was really interesting because Bien Chicano was it addresses like the notion of like magical realism, if that makes sense. And the entire story is basically like the protagonist is just like navigating cultural expectations, which I guess is cool. Like, well, I mean, it is cool, obviously. Um, yeah. The story begins with like the cousin sharing what he knows about like a deceased, like a dead person, but and then that helps him go deeper into like into like his character, thus then deepening like the identity of the character and like and belonging of him. The next story, Prue, is also interesting just because of who Prue is. Prue's huge. I think Prue's very important on the actual like character part of character, right? Because it's basically about her being on an on again, off again relationship with a dude, and like despite the commitment problems that the other person has, you know, she says like Prue is now kind of like a thief. She keeps taking small things, and like basically being like how she wants to like maintain some control. Like that's one of her character flaws. She could just leave because the relationship's obviously not healthy for either of them. But she decides to steal something, take something to have some type of control over this relationship. Yeah, so I find that to be pretty interesting in terms of that. So it offers like a really cool like exploration of identity and like perception, but most importantly, like the character aspect of both, because both characters are like bad for each other, and they don't see it themselves. So it's like, how do you do either side? Um, yeah, I don't. It's just like a confusing assignment every week to where we can't read the things we write. But yeah, that's all I got for you now. I don't really know what you want me to do. Like I've read the things. Goodbye. I'm sorry.